I'm Dave Lorenz, along with Michelle Banache on Travel Michigan. And Michelle, where are we headed to?
We are headed to the fair. It's the time of the year. There's a lot of fairs happening across the state, harvest time, things of that nature. And so we are going to talk with Blair Bowman, who's producing the Fifth Third Bank Michigan State Fair coming up starting this Thursday. So Blair, welcome to the show, and talk a little bit about the Fifth Third Bank Michigan State Fair. I know this is the first year that it's going to be happening in its present form.
Yes, indeed. We did have a similar event last year at the Suburban Collection Showplace, and just had a tremendous response and turnout. Since the fair at the old fairgrounds went away, I think everybody has their favorite memory, and it was just such an important part of the history, and it was the longest running state fair. And as we put it, this state deserves a state fair, and we're fortunate enough this year to be able to call it truly what it is, which is the Michigan State Fair, and have a great partner in our presenting sponsor, Fifth Third Bank. So we're just excited. We're working on bringing back many of the old traditions and the great fun, and showcasing the great things about Michigan, particularly the agricultural, livestock, and 4-H events. But entertainment, the Shrine Circus is involved, and we're just really looking forward to bringing back and helping to rebuild this tradition.
Well, let's talk about some of those kind of traditional events that people think of when they think of state fairs. All those agricultural products, all the cows and chickens and whatever else is out there.
Got it. Right.
So tell us what to expect.
Well, and it is a little bit hard for people to comprehend. And when they came last year, yes, inside of our beautiful, I'm a little partial, convention center space, we have all the cattle and there's dairy and there's beef cattle. I've learned all these things.
Oh yeah.
And all the pigs, and we're going to have the racing pigs here this year too. That tradition is going to be brought back. We're going to have the butter cow on display in a big cool room where Tom Fitzgerald, the major national carver of butter cows, is going to be carving. We're going to have all of the home arts and sheep shearing demonstration, honeybees and honey producing demonstrations, and all the great contests, the spaghetti eating contest, the watermelon seed spitting contest, longest ponytail, husband calling, all those things right at Contest Central. All that's inside of the building. So as some of the exhibitors put it last year that had their animals here, it was the best lit, nicest barn that they've ever shown in, and every once in a while we turn on the air conditioning. So kind of a modern twist on an old state fair tradition. So,
well, when you have a cow made of butter, you better turn on the air.
Boy, we found that out real quick. We had to actually build and assemble a refrigerated room for it, and our good friends at Hanson's are going to help us put some windows in it and have that on display for people to watch as they carve, and he'll finish up the second day into the fair, and then it'll be on display for the rest of the fair.
So in addition to livestock, the other thing that people always think of when they think of fairs is the rides and the carnival aspect.
Absolutely.
Will they be able to find that here?
Absolutely. And then we go outside of our building, and on the west side of our campus here, we're going to have the Shrine Circus in the world's largest big top tent. That's going to be double the seating capacity and size because it was such an overwhelming success last year. And then Arnold Amusements is producing we heard it consistently last year, one of the cleanest, nicest Midways, and it'll be about 140% the size of last year with a lot more kiddie rides and a bounce world and all the great rides that you come to expect. Really well laid out, well lit, and very, very nice and clean. So, and all of that literally, as we like to say, for one low price. You can see a circus performance, ride all the rides you want, see all the animals, and participate in the contests. Plus, we have a products pavilion, a Michigan-made products pavilion that we're going to have a great amount of exhibitors in attendance, a farmers market, and then other commercial exhibits. So it's going to be a lot of value for a family to come out and enjoy the fair.
As a kid, I spent a lot of time on farms and family farms, and I would really enjoy things like kind of sheep shearing, I think it's called, and
yes.
And of course watching the animals, being born and growing up and all that. Are there various demonstrations like shearing that people can come to see?
Yes, Marcia Harwood is chairing all of our home arts and demonstrations, and she's just done a terrific job. There's multiple sheep shearing demonstrations. In fact, there's all kinds of demonstrations, and I would encourage people to go to our website and find out the dates for those, as well as the competitions and the times for that. We're having the Mayberry Farm folks here doing honey demonstrations, how honey are made, for example, as well too. And then we have the dairy folks, CF Burger Creamery and Guernsey Farms, sponsoring what has been a long-standing tradition for the endless cup of chocolate milk. We're doing the endless half pint of chocolate milk, but kids get to go over and milk either a real cow if they're being cooperative, or if not, we have 2 wooden cows because it was such a popular exhibit last year. We actually built another one, and we have Darla that will be here, the wooden cow, and then we have yet to name the next one, and we're going to do a little contest here the week before the fair to help name the other. So they get a chance to milk a cow. And with that, they get a sticker, and they go to Guernsey's booth, and they buy for $1 a half pint of chocolate milk, and they can come back as many times and get as many chocolate milks as they like. That's good for them. Sometimes the parents aren't so happy about that.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And
so lots of great traditions are coming back again.
And what about entertainment? I know when I used to go to the county fair with my grandma and grandpa, we always went to whatever the concert was that night. What kind of entertainment do you guys have?
We have great entertainment. I started off this endeavor really, saying we don't want to make it all about the entertainment, because a lot of state fairs and fairs in general get off track a little bit from the pure purpose of it. In this case, of course, it's to showcase Michigan products and agriculture and all that, and bring back that tradition. But it's really hard for me to say that it's not all about the entertainment, because we've got such a great lineup. It is all local and then Michigan-based and Michigan-grown acts. There's daytime entertainment that the Balins have helped produce and coordinate, which is just fantastic. It'll run all day, and in the evening we have our showcase lineup with Marshall Crenshaw on Saturday night. We have George Bernard and the Kingpin on Sunday night. Stuart Frankie on Friday night. So, and there's all kinds of great entertainment, and that's all on our website, too. So, again, the entertainment tent, there's a Michigan beer garden and pavilion, and our good friends at Powers and Miller Lite and Mike's Hard Lemonade are sponsoring that. And it's just fantastic. That all is included in just the fair price. I mentioned that, you can get in for the circus and for the rides and everything else. But if somebody just wanted to come and enjoy the fair itself, the agriculture exhibits, go to the entertainment and things like that. Online right now, adults are $6 and children are $4 to get in for that. So it's a really great value.
Blair, only about a minute left, but have to ask you about food, because there's nothing like a fair without great,
Absolutely.
Bad for you food.
Absolutely. Well, it's not bad for you.
Not always.
I'm just going to say that right now.
It's good for your soul.
Yeah, that's right.
It's good. It's all good for you.
Yeah.
Lots of vitamins and minerals.
Yeah.
Now, you're going to be able to get all kinds of things. Arnold Amusements again have a tremendous amount of the fair and carnival Midway food. We have in fact just a huge waiting list that came in. So many quality vendors. We are going to have 10 additional food vendors. From your elephant ears to your hamburgers and the kettle corn and all those great things you'll find here on site.
Love it. Love all that food. It's going to be a great time. Lots of great entertainment, and of course all those very expected agricultural exhibits as well. It's all at the Fifth Third Bank Michigan State Fair coming up in Novi. It's going to be starting actually this coming Thursday, going through Labor Day. So good time to be had by all. For more information, go to MichiganStateFairLLC.com. And thank you, Blair, for joining us. Well, that's all the time we have for Travel Michigan for this week. We thank you for joining us today. I want to thank Mark Blackwell for engineering the program. And on behalf of Michelle Banache and George Zimmerman back at the office or somewhere, wherever he is, probably listening to the program right now, complaining about me. But what's new? We'll thank you for joining us, and join us next week right here on Travel Michigan, where your trip begins at Michigan.org.